I am one with my glorious I Am presence. And Holy Christ Self, my personalities, body elemental, and new spirit. All parts of my being are in balance, harmony, and alignment. And I am fully contained within my heart diamond and Metatron's cosmic egg. I am now ready for today's message. Greetings, beloveds. As we enter more deeply into the holiday time of year, I wish to remind you of something very, very important. And that is that each and every one of you is deeply loved and cherished by God, by the angels, by the ascended masters, and by all beings that have unified their consciousness with the divine. Many of you forget how deeply loved you truly are. And you spend much time and effort seeking love from other people, pets, fans, from other sources that are not part of the Godhead. And when I say the Godhead, I am meaning all of the spiritual hierarchy that is fully aligned with God. There are, in fact, many more of us than there are humans on the planet. There are as many as 3 times more of us than humans on the planet at any given moment. And we are constantly sending our love to you. But unless you are aware of it, and unless you accept it into your being, it kind of washes over you. Or we could say it passes through you without being anchored into your being. You might feel it as a moment's joy or a sense of well-being that cannot be explained by events in the outer world. But you can feel this at all times, beloveds, simply by recognizing that it is indeed true that you are loved by God. You are loved by the most divine beings in this universe. And there is nothing that you have to do to gain this love. And there is nothing that you can do to lose this love. Divine love is unconditional. That means it is not dependent on anything. It simply radiates from the source, just as the rays of the sun radiate from the sun. Every being that has aligned its consciousness with God has attained the level of pure divine love within them. And they simply radiate it out to all, regardless of any conditions whatsoever. And most of you will need to feel and recognize that you do receive this love before you are able to be a vehicle of it out into the world. Many of you are working on your ascension, spending time in meditation and other spiritual practices. And this is very good, beloveds, because it will help you a lot. But the most important of all of these practices is to be love. It is to learn to be able to love unconditionally everyone. This is very difficult for most of you. You have grown up in a world where love is limited, where it is based upon conditions. Some of you grew up without any love whatsoever, and so you really don't know what it is. So the best thing for you to do is to truly believe me when I tell you that you are loved by God, and then begin to receive that into your being. You can do this in your times of meditation, when you sit quietly and you can focus on me, or however you imagine God or the goddess to be, or you can focus on any of the great saints and ascended masters. Imagine them sitting beside you, or imagine them giving you a big hug and smiling at you and loving you, just as you are right now, with all of your seeming imperfections and faults, with all the things that you have done in your past, with all the things that you have left undone that you know you should have done. They are aware of all of these things, and yet they love you. So just sit with that feeling of being loved and cherished by a great being of light. Do this for as long as it takes to truly feel loved. And then take this with you out into the world. Begin to realize that every single person you meet needs love, regardless of who they are, regardless of how famous they might be, how rich or poor they might be. The homeless and the accomplished all need love. So I would ask you to go out one day when you're on a shopping trip or when you're at work and just focus on sending love to every person you meet, to every pair of eyes that you cross. You don't need to say anything. You don't need to do anything. Just imagine a beam of love coming from your heart and going into theirs. A smile that accompanies the beam is always welcome, because it helps to open up the person a little bit more. But even if you don't smile, even if you don't even lock eyes with the person to whom you are sending love, a part of them will feel that love, beloveds. and they will be blessed by it. And you will be blessed because you shared that love. So I ask you right now, as you listen to this voice, that you open your heart wide. And I am going to send you great, vast amounts of love directly into your heart. Feel your heart expanding as the love flows into it. Feel how cherished you are. How greatly I appreciate you just for who you are. And I tell you, you are beautiful, beloved. You are a sparkling, luminescent being of light and love. And this you always have been. The outer suit that you are wearing, that you call your physical body, is a dim reflection of your inner light. But as you feel the love that I send to you, and as you are better able to radiate this love around you, your physical body will change. It will reflect more and more of your true self. Your DNA will change. The electrons of which your body is composed will change. They will become more luminous. They will spin at a faster speed. And the physical body will reflect your enlightenment. This is your future, beloveds. Make it your now. By feeling the love, and then by radiating this very same love out around you, whenever you can, and wherever you can. And you will be a source of great blessings to life. I love you. I love you so deeply. And I wish you to sit with this feeling of love as long as you possibly can. Be joyful for this love. Be grateful for this love. And know that it is yours eternally. Nothing can stop you from receiving this love other than your own belief that it is not there, or that somehow you do not deserve to be loved. Those of you who are looking for partners will find it much easier to attract one when you are a loving, kind being. So don't focus so much on the search for a partner. Focus on being the kind of partner that someone would love to have. And you do that by being love, beloveds. It's really much easier than it seems. It just takes practice, and it takes overlooking all of the critical thoughts that constantly assail your mind. It means not judging anyone. It means learning to love another as you are loved by God. It is simply that easy, beloveds. So breathe it in. Take it in as much as you can. For the more that you receive, the more you will have to give. I thank you for listening, beloveds. I am Metatron, Lord of the Universe.